Hello everybody, today's episode is New World Order, the Forgotten World Industries video from 1993. So, I know there's other videos, you could possibly even put Two World Industries Men in here, but I really feel like when you're talking a lot of the more modern day world videos, you have Love Child, you get 20 Shot, you get Trilogy. I feel like New World Order's left out of the conversation. Skating was in a little more of a transition period from Love Child to more modern skating, so it didn't have all the super tech stuff in it. Not that there wasn't stuff in it that was tech, but it didn't have the pull of like a 20 Shot or Trilogy. It was also just a shorter video focused on, the World Industries team. But I feel like this video is a sleeper. It's really cool, easy to watch, almost like Love Child on steroids, I guess. Not as dated. Gear and everything else in the video just started becoming more of a modern thing. So, and it has a Cream Campbell part, so you can't go wrong with that. So, get into a review of this video. New World Order, the Forgotten World Industries video. Alright, so the video starts off by actually never saying the name of the video. Kind of funny. It just says, World Industry Presents. And then it goes into the whole little blurb thing that keeps coming up on the screen. And then it goes right into Cream Campbell. 20-something seconds. Intro. Done. And then you get straight into the Cream Campbell part. An amazing, too, to have Cream Campbell. This is like the coolest part of the video, I want to say, right up front. Keeps you watching. I want to say he wasn't in Love Child because of Blue, which was like stereo before stereo, with Jason Lee and Dune. I'm pretty sure that's why he wasn't in Love Child. But he's back. That didn't last too long, and he's in this part. And, it's really sick. He's skates big stuff, little stuff, really cool too. So this was like the emergence of the World Industries Park, and it's like almost half of his part is filmed at this World Park, which if you see it now and you didn't know, you'd be like, oh, they're filming at a skate park. But this was like, I don't know, like everybody I knew at the time was like, man, I wish I could go to World Park. World Park's so dope. And yeah, so it's totally like commonplace just to see that footage. Pretty crazy. They had the TF before the TF. That was like the original one. I guess aside from Powell Skate Zone. But whatever. This was way cooler. Yeah, he skates to Onyx. Weird. I don't remember Onyx like being that cool. But it worked. And then it was like, oh, this is sick. It's Cream's song. And you get about almost 3 minutes of a Cream Campbell part. And it's his first part in a world video. Again, super sick. He throws down. Looks cool as hell in every clip. And it's like you want more. Which luckily, later down the line, you do get more. But definitely a really sick part to watch. $100! Alright, next up is Chico Brenna's. You get what you're going to expect here. Best style in the video. Also, he seems to have the most guest skaters in his part. I guess that means he was a pretty popular dude. Also, some of the best nollie backside heel flips and switch frontside heel flips. I'm also going to say, I guess off topic, but I really wish a lot more of the skaters from this generation kind of had a career like Chico still does now, where the dude's still active on Instagram, always skating, filming. Filmed a full part. I want to say it was maybe like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Still doing it, still kills it. And I just don't know why a lot of other dudes don't do that if they're able to. Again, short part, really cool. It's looks like a lot of footage was filmed right after Love Child, and then you can tell like with his gear how it footage progresses or whatever. Yeah. It's Chico Brenna's second part. Alright, so then it goes into, I guess what we can call the chocolate section. You have Shamil Randall, Daniel Castillo, and Richard Mulder. Daniel Castillo, I want to say this is around the time he got shot in his leg, so he really doesn't have a lot of footage. Same stuff. I think all of his stuff too held up a little better back then. Because I was also watching this, I was under the impersonation that he was like super, super, super young. So it was all pretty amazing to me. And then this is our first glimpse of Shamil Randall. Amazing skater. Best switchback side 360 I want to say that I've ever seen. Really cool manual tricks. He always kind of left you wanting a little more. I don't know if that was just like a motivation thing that he didn't film or whatever, just didn't like the film. So this is possibly his longest part too. Really cool part. I didn't understand the last line in it. I remember seeing it. Like, I guess they just put in whatever footage they had to finish the part, because it just looks way older than everything else in it. And then this goes to Richard Mulder, and he kind of steals the show with this little trio here. Super, super good. And eventually they start chocolate, girl, chocolate, all that happens, and then all these dudes are gone. But it was really cool to see these dudes in this video. And then again, seeing Richard Mulder and how tech he was, at the time, was like a huge positive to watch in this video. Next up is Shiloh Greathouse. It was a good twist when they put the graffiti in the beginning, and with the shaking of the aerosol cans gave it a lot of personality, which I guess videos at the time kind of were lacking, so it was pretty cool. Give you that little insight into them, and then it goes into this really amazing part. A lot of cool schoolyard footage in here, a lot of cool World Park footage, and then there's some really technical rail tricks at the end of his part. I know it's not like the hugest handrail, but he does some stuff that was pretty innovative. Always looks cool. Weathered the storm at World Forever, and when it started getting really bad, and then he was on Deca, and they ran with that for a while, which is like the cooler version of World Industries at the time, out of the same camp. So, he was with that for a while. And even, later on has a Transworld part, comes out of nowhere, and gets on Bueno, just sick. This dude's had such a amazing career in skating, but all these parts so good. Another one, it's like you just want more after seeing this. Luckily, years to come, there definitely was a lot more to see, because he always had parts in all the videos. All right, so after Shiloh, we get into DayOne's song. Nothing really I can say that everybody doesn't know, but he kind of is like the best skateboarder in the universe. Coolest thing about this part is when you think of DayOne, you think of picnic tables and you think of manuals. And he doesn't do any picnic tables in this. There's a few manuals, but this is more. He even skates switch in this and does nollie flip tricks, which I wouldn't really say like I've seen DayOne do too many of. So he totally can. He just doesn't. Yeah, he does stuff on these curbs too that's just like mind blowing, like tricks that nobody will ever do ever again. But yeah, and even switch backside 180 a gap in this. He kickflips a double set, like just stuff you don't normally see the dude do. So he can do it all. He just doesn't. It's amazing. This is also, I want to say this was probably the last part where I was really into DayOne. Or actually, no, that's gonna be 20 shot. He had a short part because he was hurt. And then after that, then it went into like him wearing belly shirts and stuff, and it got weird. But he was super good, almost on that like super elite level where I knew he could do anything, and I didn't really need to see it because nothing could surprise me because the dude's so good. But this was really amazing DayOne part. And I guess at the end of the part, Daniel Castillo, he sums it up the best,
Dude, that was fucking sick, dude. The skating is sick. He's the best in the world.
He is the best in the world, and I really think it's a hard argument against it. I think I can do anything the hardest tricks as probably the most talented skater. So video ends with him. And then you get your 2 clips of Javante, which are golden. and then it goes into a credit section. There's like a little, I guess, blind section at the end, kind of, sort of, thrown in there. Rick Howard 2. And then, the video's over. But I really feel like this video's slept on. It's just not as talked about as the other videos. And I think it should be. It's a great video. Great time in skating. So if you haven't seen this one, I suggest you go watch it. You can watch it straight through. There's no vert skating, nothing to fast forward, no flame boy. Like, this is just, world at its finest. But yeah, let me know what you think. Like, listen, subscribe. Thanks.